Imagine a world where your safety is under constant threat. What would you do? This is the reality for Israel. As we dive into the heart of the Middle East, we find ourselves entangled in a web of political and military tensions that have been brewing for decades. In the midst of this turmoil, Israel stands as a beacon of democracy, surrounded by forces that pose a grave danger to its existence. On one side, there's Hamas in Gaza, a group that has not shied away from launching surprise attacks on Israel, rejecting calls for peace and stability. On the other side, we see Hezbollah in Lebanon, a group backed by the Ayatollah regime in Iran, both of which have been linked to numerous acts of terrorism and aggression against Israel. These groups not only pose a direct threat to Israel's security, but they also undermine the peace and stability of the entire region. Their aggressive tactics and refusal to engage in meaningful dialogue have led to a continuous cycle of violence and retaliation, leaving no room for peaceful coexistence. And in the face of such imminent threats, is it not Israel's right to safeguard its citizens? The world watches as Israel stands on the brink of an invasion. But why should Israel invade Gaza now? The answer lies in three critical perspectives: legal, political, and moral. From a legal standpoint, Israel has the right to protect its citizens. Hamas, a recognized terrorist organization, poses a significant threat to Israeli lives by launching unprovoked attacks. The deceit of Hamas, coupled with their refusal to recognize Israel's right to exist, leaves Israel with little choice but to take defensive action. Politically, the situation is complex. Yes, the world is wary of another conflict in the Middle East, but consider the alternative. Leaving Hamas unchecked could destabilize the region further, threatening not just Israel but global peace. Add to this the growing influence of Hezbollah and the Ayatollah regime in Iran, both of which pose serious security threats. Dismantling these entities isn't just about Israel's survival, it's about maintaining stability in the Middle East. Then there's the moral imperative. We're talking about innocent Israeli lives at risk every day. A government's primary duty is to protect its citizens. In this case, the Israeli government's moral obligation to safeguard its people from harm aligns with both its legal right and its political responsibility. So we return to our question: why should Israel invade Gaza now? It's not about aggression, but about defense. It's about a nation's right to protect its people and its existence. It's about preserving peace in a region that has seen too much conflict, and ultimately, about creating a safer world. It's not a question of if but when. The stakes are high. But who truly has the right to this land? Now let's delve into the heart of the matter. The claim that Palestinians are historically Arab is a misconstrued notion. In reality, they are a people of diverse origins, scattered across various regions, brought together by circumstances. The Jewish people, however, have an enduring relationship with this land, a relationship forged over thousands of years, rooted in history and religion. From the time of King David to the present day, the Jewish connection to this land is undeniable. It's not just about the Wailing Wall or the ancient streets of Jerusalem. It's about a bond that has survived the test of time, a bond that has persisted through exile and persecution. This bond is etched in prayers, in traditions, in the collective memory of the Jewish people. The Jewish claim to this land is more than just a legal or political right. It's a moral right, a historical right, a religious right. It's a right affirmed by the echoes of history, by the testament of faith, by the enduring spirit of a people. The land of Israel for the people of Israel. It's not just a slogan, it's a historical fact. We've explored some tough questions today. We've delved into the legal, political, and moral imperatives which command Israel's right and need to invade Gaza, in the face of threat from Hamas. We've also highlighted the critical necessity of dismantling Hezbollah and the Ayatollah regime in Iran to ensure peace in the Middle East and the world. We've further underscored the historical and undeniable right of the Jewish people to the land of Israel. In the face of threat, Israel stands strong, for the safety of its people, for the peace of the region, for the right to their homeland.